Welcome students, welcome to my channel. Today I am going to explain the very important concept, location of the roots. Location of the roots of a quadratic equation and where the roots lie in some particular interval. So in that case, what are the conditions? Okay, yes, let us take one quadratic equation. Let f of x is ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. Alpha, beta are the roots where alpha less than beta. And let us take that any three real numbers k, k1, k2 belongs to R. Of those, I am going to take that first case. If both the roots of the quadratic equation alpha, beta are less than k. Yes, what is the condition? If both the roots of the quadratic equation alpha, beta are less than a real number k. Yes, come on. So here I am going to get the two cases. That is, the leading quotient a is maybe greater than 0 or maybe less than 0. That's why I am going to take the two cases. When a is greater than 0 and when a is less than 0. Come on, I am going to take the graph. Yes, when a is greater than 0, I am going to get that upward parabola. When a is less than 0, downward parabola. These are all the roots, alpha, and beta. Yes, what is the condition? Alpha, beta, both roots are less than k. Yes, here I am going to take k and here k. Okay. Yes, so for the value of k, what is its corresponding value which meets the parabola, which is f of k is positive. And coming to in this case, this is your f of k which meets the parabola. This is f of k which is less than 0. Okay, right. Now I am going to write in the conditions. Come on, let us see. So here delta is greater than or equals to 0. Am I right? Delta is greater than or equals to 0. Okay, I can get the graph is like this also. Delta is equal. Yeah, and the second condition, a is positive, f of k is positive. A is negative, f of k is negative. Can I write this condition? A into f of k is positive in both the cases. Am I right or not? And one more condition is, this is the vertex. So which is minus b by 2a minus delta by 4a. And here also. Okay, so clearly the k is greater than minus b by 2a. In this case also k is greater than minus b by 2a vertex and its y value. Okay, so here k is greater than minus b by 2a. So these are all the cases when both the roots are less than k. So whenever you will get these type of problems, we are going to take these three conditions and finally the intersection of these three conditions will give the solution of that particular problem. Okay students, come on, make a note. Yes, coming to the case 2, if both the roots alpha, beta are greater than k, in that cases, what your conditions? So come on, and again take the two cases, when a is greater than 0, when a is less than 0. Draw the graph. Yes, when a is greater than 0, upward parabola. A is less than 0, downward parabola. Alpha, beta are the roots. Yes, and coming to our condition, both the roots are greater than k. The k will be here. The k will be here. Am I right? Yes, in that case, come on, take the corresponding value of k when the parabola is extending. This is your corresponding value f of k which is greater than 0. And coming to this case, here f of k is less than 0. Right? And here, this is the vertex of this parabola. Okay. Now I am getting the conditions for this. Okay. Yes, come on. So in that case, anyway, delta is greater than or equals to 0. Delta is greater than or equals to 0. Of course, you can get the graph is like this also. Already I explained this. Okay. And one more thing is, a is positive, f of k is positive. A is negative, f of k is negative. What is this product is? A into f of k is greater than 0. Am I right? a into f of k is greater than 0. And of course, k is, this is the vertex, minus b by 2a minus delta by 4a. In this case, what do you say? K is less than minus b by 2a. Here also, k is less than minus b by 2a. All those three conditions. Okay, here k is less than minus b by 2a. So finally, whenever we get this type of problem, so we can take that the condition is the intersection part of all those three. Finally, we will get the solution of that particular problem which belongs to this case too. Okay, come on students, make a note. Come on. Coming to the third case, if the real number k lies between the roots of the equation f of x equals to 0. The first case is both the roots are less than k, second case is both the roots are greater than k, and third case is k lies in between the roots. Come on. Both the cases, when a is greater than 0, a is less than 0. Okay. Yes. Alpha, beta are the roots. Okay. Alpha, beta are the roots. Come on. K lies the roots between the roots of the equation. Here somewhere, here this is the k value between the roots, suppose. Now can you say this one? So this is a corresponding value. F of k is negative. Yes, here what is the condition for this k? So which is f of k corresponding value which is greater than 0. Yes, coming to the conditions. Yes, here k lies between the two roots. Roots will be different. So here I am going to write the condition. Delta should be greater than 0, not greater than or equals to 0. Delta should be greater than 0. And a is positive, f of k is negative. A is negative, f of k is positive. Then what do you say? A into f of k. One is positive, one is negative. Okay, which is less than 0. Okay, that's okay. So whenever you will get this type of condition, you can take the intersection part of these two conditions. Delta is greater than 0 and the leading quotient a into f of k should be less than 0. Okay, next. Come on students, make a note. Here is a fourth case. Both the roots of f of x, alpha, beta, lies between the two real numbers k1 and k2. In that case, what are the conditions? Yes, and again take that when a is less than 0, when a is less than 0, a is greater than 0. Okay. Both the roots of x lies in between the real numbers k1 and k2. This is k1 and this is k2. In between that alpha and beta, they are the roots. So here it is a k1, here it is a k2. These are all the roots alpha and beta. Yes, come on, what are the conditions? So its value f of k1, corresponding value f of k1 is positive. I think so. F of k2, it is also positive. Coming to the second case, in this case, okay. So f of k1 is negative, and here f of k2 corresponding value f of k2 also negative. And here the vertex, okay, the vertex lies in between the two real numbers k1 and k2. Yes, come on, what do you say? The conditions can write. Delta is greater than or equals to 0, right? Delta may be greater than or 0 or greater than or equals to 0. That is the first case. And f of k1 is positive, f of k2 is positive. Here f of k1 is negative, f of k2 is negative. Can I write like this? F of k1 into f of k2 is greater than 0. Both have same signs. Then I can say f of k1 into f of k2 is greater than 0. And the vertex minus b by 2a lies in between k1 and k2. Can I write like this? K1 less than minus b by 2a, which is less than k2. Okay. Then after, finally we are going to take the intersection part of all the conditions. Yes, come on students, make a note. Yes, there is one more case. If the two real numbers k1, k2 lies between the roots of f of x equals to 0, in that case, what are the conditions? Okay, the two real numbers k1, k2 lies in between the alpha and beta. Okay, come on. the same data we are going to represent in the diagram. When a is greater than 0, upward parabola alpha beta. When a is less than 0, okay, alpha beta are the roots. A is greater than 0. Okay, k1 k2 lies in between the roots. Come on, take this k1 and k2 which lie in between the two roots. Okay, so here is k1 and here is k2. Okay, come on, take the conditions. Here I am going to write. Yes, its corresponding values. Its corresponding values. F of k1 is negative. F of k2 is negative. And here corresponding values. I think both the values are positive. F of k1 is positive. F of k2 also positive. What can you write the conditions from all those? Okay. So first of all, k1 k2 lies between the two roots, right? So I can write delta is greater than 0. That will be the first condition. And f of k1, f of k2 have same signs. Here in this case both are negative and in this case both are positive. Their product is positive. This is f of k1 into f of k2 is greater than 0. These two are the conditions. Then finally we are going to take that the intersection part of those two, then to get that solution of that particular problem which belongs to in this situation. Okay students, I think you got that this one. Come on students, make a note. Yes students, here is the last case, last possibility. One of the roots of that f of x lies in the interval k1 and k2. One of the roots of those alpha and beta, any one of the root lies in between the that real numbers k1 and k2. In that case, what you are going to get the conditions. Okay, come on, as usually you can draw the diagram. When a is positive, okay, this is alpha and beta. When a is negative, okay. So here one of the roots, alpha is lies in between the roots or beta is lies in between the roots, whatever it is. So can I take like this? Is it correct or not? K1 and here is some K2 and here is K1 and here is K2, right? One of the, it may be alpha, it may be beta, whatever it is, no problem. Okay, so come and take the corresponding values of K1 and K2. Its corresponding value of k1 is f of k1 is greater than 0 and here f of k2 is less than 0. Coming to this case, f of k1 is negative and f of k2 is positive. Come on, finally what you are going to get the conditions from this. So here I am going to write, first of all, delta should be greater than 0. Delta is one of the roots, there may be two roots compulsory, so delta is greater than 0. And I am going to write one more condition, f of k1 and f of k2 have opposite signs. F of k1 and f of k2 have opposite signs, then I can say f of k1 into f of k2 is less than 0, right? So by taking these two conditions and the intersection part of that two conditions, we will get that finally solutions of that particular problem which belongs to in this situation, right? So for each and every case, whatever the condition is, what I explained that up to now, the total is 6 cases. According to that case, please make a diagram according to that. Okay, in the two cases, when a is greater than 0 and when a is less than 0, you will get that very clearly by observing the graph. Okay students, make a note, very important concept in the JEE mains point of view, very important concepts. Okay, so next we will get some problems based on any of these 6 cases. Yes, make a note. Yes, here is one problem based on that conditions. If one of the roots of the quadratic equation is greater and the other is smaller than unity, one root is greater than 1 and other root is less than 1. In that case, the unknown variable small a, find the interval for small a. So here the leading quotient is 2a plus 1. So we don't know that it may be negative or it may be positive. Okay, so whatever it is, first of all, you can draw that graph. Suppose that if a is positive, I mean the leading quotient is positive. So here is alpha and beta. Okay, so one root is less than 1 and other root is greater than 1. Am I right? So here can I take like this? This is 1, beta is greater than 1 and alpha is less than 1. Can I take? Or else you can take that the leading quotient is less than 0. The leading quotient is less than 0. This is alpha and this is beta. This is 1. Okay, here is the leading quotient is less than 0. Here the leading quotient is greater than 0. I can get like this. Come on, you can write the conditions. Okay, so here clearly they mentioned that two roots, one is less than, one is greater than the 2 units. So here the first condition I am going to take delta is greater than 0. This is the thing. Delta is greater than 0. Am I right or not? And one more condition is, so here f of 1 is negative. Right? Leading quotient positive, f of 1 is negative. Leading quotient is negative, f of 1 is positive. Okay, nice. Then what about their product is? What about their product? Their product, that is 2a plus 1 into f of 1 is negative. Am I right? In both the cases, f of 1 is positive, leading quotient is negative. F of 1 is negative, leading quotient is positive. Their product is negative. Okay, come on. So according to that, I am going to solving the problem. Let us see. Okay, yes. Come on, first to delta greater than 0. So b square is greater than 4ac. 4 of 2a plus 1, c is a minus 2. Okay, so b square greater than 4ac, which is a square greater than, so it is 4 of a minus 2, it is 4a minus 8 of 2a plus 1, which is a square greater than, it is 8a square plus 4a minus 16a minus 12a minus 8. So clearly I can write 7a square minus 12a minus 8 is less than 0. So here what are the roots are? So a value it is minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac minus 4 of minus plus 4 7s 28 to 8, so it is plus 224 by 2a, 2 7s 14. Okay, this is the value of a. Okay, so first of all simplify this, which is 12 plus or minus root of, it is 368 by 14, it is 12 plus or minus 16 2's and 16 3's. Okay, which is 4 root 23 by 14. So can I write like this? 6 plus or minus 2 root 23 by 7. Okay, actually these are the roots, but this is inequation. This is inequation. So the value of a lies between the two roots. Lies between the two roots. Now can I write like this? This is okay. So here I am rubbing this one. So one of the solution is 6 minus 2 root 23 by 7 less than a, which is less than 6 plus 2 root 23 by 7. This is the first condition. Okay students, come on, make a note. So I will take that one more condition. Yes. So second condition, 2a plus 1 into f of 1 is less than 0. So 2a plus 1 into f of 1, which is 2a plus 1 into f of 1. What is f of 1? Which is 2a plus 1 of 1 square minus a of 1 plus a minus 2 is less than 0. This is 2a plus 1 of, okay, so which is 2a plus 1 minus 2. 2a minus 1 is less than 0. So 2a plus 1 into 2a minus 1 is less than 0. Then I can say the value lies between plus 2 and minus 2. Yes, this is the second condition. Yes, finally, what is the condition which is satisfying the two conditions? We can take that common interval in between those two. Okay, so clearly observing this one. So it is a 6 minus 2 root 23. Root 23 nearly equals to 5. Okay, by 7. And 6 plus 2 root 3 by 2. Okay, this is minus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2. Yes, it is very clear. This interval lies in between this interval. This value is less than minus 1 by 2. Okay, and 1 by 2 is less than this value. Okay, then I can take from 1 and 2. from 1 to open interval minus 1 by 2 to plus 1 by 2. That will be the problem. Like this we'll get the conditions. Come on students, make a note. Yes, coming to one more problem. The equation ax square plus bx plus c has two real roots which are alpha beta such that alpha is less than minus 1 and beta is greater than 1. Then we are going to prove that one condition. Okay, come on. So ax square plus bx plus, okay, you can take that a is either negative or is positive. When a is greater than 0, it may be like this. When a is less than 0, it may be like this. Alpha and beta. So it is alpha and beta. Come on, what is the condition? Alpha is less than minus 1. Alpha is less than minus 1. Am I right? And beta is greater than 1. Beta is greater than 1. Here also, alpha is less than minus 1 and beta is greater than 1. Okay, then what do you say? What is its corresponding values? F of minus 1 is negative, f of 1 is negative. Here also its corresponding values, f of minus 1 is positive, f of 1 is positive. Okay, yes, f of minus 1 and f of 1 have the same signs. Then I can take this, their product should be positive. Yes, what is their product? F of minus 1, which is a minus b plus c of f of 1, a plus b plus c is greater than 0. Okay, come on, continue this. So which is in the form of a plus c minus b, a plus c plus b. I can write like this: a plus c whole square minus b square is greater than 0. Okay, come on, simplifying this, totally dividing with a square on both sides. So I can get 1 plus c by a whole square minus b by a whole square is greater than 0, dividing with a square. Okay, here can I write like this: b by a whole square is less than 1 plus c by a whole square. Take up the square root for this one. So which is modulus of b by a is less than modulus of 1 plus c by a. Yes, come on, here in that case, in this case, what about the product of the roots? What about the product of the roots? One is negative and one is positive. Clearly, one is negative and one is positive. Okay, so here I can take the product of the roots alpha into beta. The product of the roots alpha into beta is c by a actually, but from this one I can say this alpha into beta. So can I write c by a is less than minus 1? Product of the c by a is less than minus 1. So c by a is less than minus 1, then c by a plus 1 is negative. C by a plus 1 is negative. 1 plus c by a is negative. Then can I write like this? So modulus of b by a is less than minus of 1 plus c by a. Why? Because 1 plus c by a is negative. Okay, not? Then I can get then modulus of b by a less than, plus 1 plus c by a is less than 0. That will be the problem. Okay, next. Come on students, make a note. Yes, let us see one more problem. If alpha beta are the roots of this quadratic equation, and in that case one unknown variable m is there, for which values of m this satisfies the inequality? Alpha beta both the roots are lie in between minus 6 and 1. So come on, draw the diagram. So x square quotient 1, leading quotient 1. So upward parabola. Okay, yes, two roots alpha and beta. Alpha beta lies in between minus 6 and 1. So minus 6, alpha beta lies between minus 6 and 1. Okay, yes, and here it is, the vertex is minus b by 2a comma minus delta by 4a. Yes, what you can get the conditions? What about the corresponding value of f of minus 6? Positive. F of 1 corresponding value is positive, and here is the minus b by 2a, the vertex, x coordinate of the vertex lies in between minus 6 and 1. I can take the conditions like this. First condition is f of minus 6 is positive and f of 1 is positive, right? F of minus 6 positive, f of 1 positive, and one more condition, this is minus 6 less than, so which is minus b by 2a, which is less than 1. and the common condition is there are clearly two routes. So I can take this condition is delta greater than 0. So we should solve all those things and we can take the intersection part of these four conditions. Come on.